Hey, everybody, I'm Dan Plezak, and welcome to MLB The Show.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the Houston Astros and the San Francisco Giants. Interleague Baseball comes your way next. Johnny Cueto is on the mound for the Giants in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Well, Johnny Cueto's an interesting guy, Matt. Has a funky delivery. We call it the shimmy or the shake. He turns his back kind of Louis Tion style, throws from a lot of different arm angles, but his stuff is good. 93 to 96 miles an hour, good changeup, and a good hard slider. The key with Johnny Cueto, keeping his pitch count down early on in the game.
George Springer the next to hit. He will lead this one off today. First pitch on its way. Popped him up. Belt in foul ground, but this will land untouched.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Here's the 0-1. Our temperature should get us up into the 70s as we move along. 68 at first pitch. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Fastball, strike 3 called, and he's caught looking to begin the afternoon.
That's just quality pitching right there for that strikeout. As we look at all 5 pitches, notice the location, all 5 down in the zone. Some guys are real good low ball hitters, but more often than not, keeping the ball down is going to lead to a lot of success on the mound.
And set up working the plate is Matthew Ross, as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Hey, D-Row, this is a pitcher's best friend, Matthew Ross, very wide strike zone.
Yeah, no excuses from the offense today. You know coming in, when you see the lineup card and Matt Ross is behind the dish, you better be aggressive. What pitch recognition right there. 90% of the guys are going fishing after that nasty slider.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
fans, on your drive home, don't forget to tune in to AM 1750 for a full recap of our ball game. And of course, lots and lots of debate. It's the Big O and Grumpy Joe Show, featuring Omar Cannon and Joe Wilkerson. After the ball game, exclusively on 1750 AM.
Here's Michael Brantley. Skied down the left field line. Heading after it is Dickerson, and no one will track it down. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Hamilton on the move. But the left fielder calls him off and makes the catch. And that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. Now it'll be the Giants' turn. No score. Zach Greinke is on the mound for Houston in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matty V, this ought to be a fun one to watch. This guy's been around the block for a while, but he's having a rock-solid season with a real good ERA. It'll be really interesting to see how he attacks his opposing lineup.
Digging in, Brandon Crawford. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Giants, the shortstop, Brandon Crawford.
Now here's the pitch. Wind up and the 0-1. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Crawford rounds the bag at first, looking for second. And he is into second base with a leadoff double. Wow, this is a perfect example of a wily veteran doing what needs to be done to deliver for his team.
Yeah, and just watch this swing. Instead of trying to do too much with it and pull it, he stays inside the ball and is able to smack it to the opposite field for a double.
In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Line toward right center. Springer is there, and he has it for the first out.
Batting third, the first baseman, Brandon Belt.
Man at second with one down, and standing in now, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Brandon Belt. From the stretch. On a line to shortstop, but the runner is back in time to avoid the double play.
Batting fourth, the catcher, Buster Posey.
Man at second here with two away, and that'll bring up the former World Series champ, MVP, and Rookie of the Year, Buster Posey. First pitch of the at-bat. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Alvarez has it, and the inning is over. One left for San Francisco. Still no score. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. He'll lead it off against Johnny Cueto.
Alex Bregman.
And the pitch.
Ball.
1-0. This pitch is popped up. Belt over to his left, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
That's it. The first baseman, number 10, Yuli Gurriel.
So the bases are empty with one man gone. And digging in to bat next, the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel. Here's the first pitch to him. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Well, he kind of tipped his hand right there. His approach is obviously sitting on the off speed because he was so late on that first pitch heater.
Behind 0-2 now. On the ground to the right side. And that is going to sneak on through into right. It's a 1-out single.
That is it. The left fielder, number 44, Yordan Alvarez.
Stepping in now, Yordan Alvarez, as he'll take a changeup here for strike one. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and one away. A lot of movement that time. It's 0-2.
Might have to change your game plan in the box right here. If he's going to pound away, might have to work the opposite field.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Yordan Alvarez goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Oh, that one got the pitcher. No chance to make a play. Let's see if he's okay out there. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg. And that is his plant leg, which is always a concern. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. Twos all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. Maldonado behind a ball and 2 strikes. Hit on the ground to third. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. So you can mark that one down as an E5, and I'd bet he'd like to have that one over. Bases full now following the error. And set to stand in as the veteran pitcher, Zach Greinke. 1 ball, no strikes to count. This is on the ground to short. Is he going to get out of this? Over to first. He does get out of it, and the inning is over. Astros leave him loaded. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Settling in now, Mike Yastrzemski, as they'll have 5, 6, and 7 here to start the home half of the second. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
I don't mind the aggressiveness right there. He was definitely trying to get the head to a fastball. He pulled the string on that one. He's going to have to stay back a little bit longer.
Down the left field line and deep, and that will end up a foul ball. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, and that'll be shy of the arcade as it's off the brick wall. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
As we take a look at this one, you can see he puts a good swing on it, but I don't think he got on it just enough to put some backspin to get it out of here. But hard to complain about a well-hit double, though.
And that'll bring up the big bat of Alex Dickerson. A swing and a shot hit down the corner into the cove, but foul. Set to deliver the 0-1. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play.
That is center. The second baseman, Mauricio Dubon.
At the plate, Mauricio Dubon, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. From the stretch. Fly ball out toward left center field. On the move is Springer. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third, as this should get him on the board. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ball game.
Great work to do a job right there. He's not a big power bat, so he was looking to get a fly ball to the outfield and give his guy at third a chance.
Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. Bases empty and 2 gone following the sacrifice fly. First pitch of the at-bat. Now an off-speed pitch gets the outside. It's a called strike.
Time to be aggressive with these hitters now. After that sac fly, now it's time to try to get out of this inning with only 1 run scored.
Greinke's ready. Here he comes 0-1. On the screws to shortstop, but caught to retire the side. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. We'll go now to the top of the third. San Francisco leads this one 1-0. Top of the third set to get underway. Here's George Springer, 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance.
Yeah, Matty, and he was locked up by a good fastball for strike 3 last time. I'm interested to see if they attack him the same way. Come at him with hard velo late or snap something off in the dirt to see if he'll fish.
The windup and the 0-1. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. But this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. 0-2 count, and the pitch. Hit hard to short. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
The batter, the second baseman, Jose Altuve.
1 out now in the Houston third, and striding in the speedy second baseman, Jose Altuve. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Trying to send him packing for the second time.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 out, nobody on. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
Made pretty quick work of him right there, setting him down on only 4 pitches. And what I liked about all of those pitches, what they were down around the knees or lower. Pretty hard to do any kind of damage when pitches are located in that spot.
And here's the left-handed hitting Michael Brantley, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Popped him up. Longoria has room in foul territory, but it's the catcher that gets there to haul it in, and the inning is over. Astros go down 1-2-3. It remains 1-0. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Johnny Cueto, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. And the pitch.
Yeah, this is straight survival mode. Down 0-2. The numbers are definitely not with the batter here.
Yeah, not much of an effort there as he'll look at strike 3 called, and on 3 pitches he's your first out of the inning.
Just flat out froze him there. Nothing too deceptive about that four-seam fastball, so I think he wasn't expecting it at all.
Brandon Crawford digging in next. And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. And he's going to make the catch. And he paid a big price for it, too, as he crashes headlong into the wall.
Evan Longoria.
Into the box, Evan Longoria. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, but as he walks to the plate right here, he feels good building off that last AB. He hit that ball on the screws.
They have him played perfectly as it's hit on the ground. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Giants are down 1-2-3, but they're up 1-0. And that'll bring up Alex Bregman.
Leading off for Houston, the third baseman, Alex Bregman.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that's in there for strike 1.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
I know that feeling. Played 14 years in the big leagues and still can't hit a slider.
Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
I'll tell you right now, this guy has a shutout going, and it's been all business. He's not messing around trying to pick at corners. He's being aggressive in the zone, and he's attacking each and every one of these hitters up to this point.
Now the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel down the third baseline. And boy, just about overshot his man at first, but he's able to keep a foot on the bag over there, and that's out number 2. Ready now, Yordan Alvarez looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. No balls and 1 strike. Softly hit here to the left side. That gets down, and the inning will continue. He's through first and hustling for second. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Man, that swing looked like self-defense than a real quality swing. But, hey, he muscled it out there, and it was enough to get him safely to second. Those are the kind of hits that will drive you nuts as a pitcher.
Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Fastball called for strike 2.
Hey, with first base open, pitcher's definitely going to nibble and try and see if.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Mark, Dan, and I are back with more after this. Back alongside Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as it'll be Brandon Belt getting ready to lead things off here. Here's the first pitch now from Greinke. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And this will bang up against the wall.
You always want to start an inning off with a bang, and I'd say this qualifies. He gets a fastball and doesn't try to do too much with it. Goes with it to the opposite field towards the gap and picks up the leadoff double.
Here's Buster Posey now.
Hard liner, but picked up on a hop.
Throws in time, and that's out number one.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Nice job to stay with it, though, and then make the out at first.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Mike Yastrzemski. He scored a run after stroking a double in his first at-bat.
Well, he got a good pitch to hit last time up. Looked for it up in the zone and didn't miss it. Those are the pitches you only get. Maybe once an AB, maybe once a game, maybe once a week. So he certainly capitalized on it last time.
There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Brantley going back at the track. And just short of a home run, this ball's off the wall. And he is in at third base with an RBI triple.
Wow, with one out, and he clutches up with an RBI triple, which is his second hit of the game. So he's starting to put together a pretty big game here.
In now, Alex Dickerson. Into center field, line drive base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead. It's a 3-0 game. And now time will be called here as you see the pitching coach making his way out to the mound to pay a quick visit. To the plate now, Mauricio Dubon. Line to the right side, and that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Boy, it's so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player. Fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
And he's safe.
Well, it's really hard to complain about this one because that's one of the hardest double plays to turn. The first baseman has to deal with the runner headed to second, and he sometimes shields you from throwing where you want to make the throw. They should have made it, but that's a tough play all the way around.
Bases are loaded here with one away, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Johnny Cueto. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Cueto squares around to bunt, and he puts it down. Throw to first in time, but the safety squeeze there gets him a run.
Wow, a perfectly executed safety squeeze right there, and that's such a tough play to defend when it's done right. It can be risky, of course, but not as much as the suicide squeeze. Good call from the dugout on that one.
Ready once again, Brandon Crawford. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. From the stretch. Pulls the bunt attempt back, but it's in there for strike one.
Even though we're still in the early going, I think this game's at a tipping point right now. They've got a chance to put this game out of reach, but if they can't score any more here, the other guys feel like the door's still open.
3 runs already home here. Hit hard up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And not in time as the run scores. Throw won't get him.
You know, D-Row, hitting in the leadoff spot, you're not going to get very many opportunities to drive in some runs, but that's a big 2 RBI hit.
Yeah, when you see ducks on the pond, Dan, your eyes light up. I don't care if you're hitting first in the lineup or eighth in the lineup. You grind out in that bat and try and get the runs on the board for your team.
Yeah, but that's a big 2 RBI base hit.
Now here comes the Houston manager out of the dugout on his way to the mound. And that's going to spell the end of the afternoon for Zack Greinke. So he'll depart early here this afternoon as he just never got into any kind of groove out there. Brian Abreu answers the call from the pen here in the fourth as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter.
Abreu.
At the plate now, Evan Longoria. In the air to center field and deep back is the center fielder. Back he goes, but this is going to be a home run. A 2-run home run for Evan Longoria as they've widened this lead to 8 now.
That's why you got to pay attention in the on-deck circle. He was calibrating his heater right there, checking out the off-speed stuff, and he didn't wait around. First time he's seeing him, didn't matter. He took him deep.
The first baseman, number 9.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt. And it's belted high and deep into right center. And, oh, he missed a home run by a matter of feet. It's off the wall. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone. Man, I thought for sure we were going to see back-to-back jacks right there.
Well, when you serve up pitches like that, Natty, you know these hitters are going to put some good swings on them. And that's what happens here as he blasts this thing. The last 2 hitters have really set the stage.
Yeah, so now we'll see if the next guy can keep this train rolling. And that'll bring up Buster Posey. Swing and a liner. Boy, and call off the Dogs already as this is down for extra bases. The throw into second. But he'll get in there with an RBI double.
Man, this thing's blown open right here as they've exploded for 8 runs in this inning alone. Everyone knows that offense is contagious. That much is pretty obvious in this one.
At the plate, Mike Yastrzemski as he rips it on the ground to second. And it's in time at first, and hallelujah, the side is retired. Another good inning for the Giants. Who's got it better than those folks right there? three of us are back with more. And welcome back to San Francisco as we send it down to Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I discussed the Astros offense with Houston's manager. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said their pitch selection has been the main reason for their struggles today, as far too often they've been swinging at pitches outside the strike zone. That's leading to a lot of soft contact and easy outs. So the focus going forward is on shrinking the zone and forcing the opposing pitching to throw more strikes.
Off for the Astros.
Thank you, Heidi. Stepping into the box, Martin Maldonado. He leads off this half inning in what they hope will be a rebuttal to all those runs they just gave up.
Well, Matt, I think mentally they need to get one or two of these runs back right here. Just getting on the board after getting socked in the mouth by the opposing team can lift the team up a bit. We'll see if they can string something together.
And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
Man, he's looking sharp so far. 80% of his first pitches are for strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
Behind 0-2 now. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the 5th the same way he ended the 4th with a punch out, 1 away.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? And what's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Career head-to-head meetings with Johnny Cueto. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Behind 0-2 now. Diaz is unlike many of today's hitters in the sense that he doesn't have a lot of swing and miss in his approach at the plate. More often than not, he gets contact, and I'm sure that makes him a frustrating hitter to face from a pitcher's standpoint.
You know, he takes his chances when he has count leverage. Without question, 1-0, 2-0. You'll see this guy try and get nasty a little bit, but he stays within himself. He knows what his strengths are, and he tries to drive the ball right back where it came from.
I had him lunging at that pitch away, and it's 1-1 now.
This lineup is flailing right now. They're having a hard time just making contact, let alone putting the ball in play.
And a close play at the bag, but a good stretch by the first baseman got the out, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. They're looking up at a 9-0 deficit. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. Between innings, I was able to discuss the current state of the Giants lineup with their manager, Gabe Kapler. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Top to bottom, he said his guys have been picking on the right pitches to swing at, and they've done a nice job of using the whole field. He said that always seems to be a recipe for success, and their 7 extra base hits in this one are evidence that it has been.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Framber Valdez gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. In now, Alex Dickerson. He singled his last time up.
The left fielder, Alex Dickerson.
First pitch on its way. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Lined into right, a base hit. Around first, digging for 2. And the Giants are in business here on the leadoff double.
No mistake what he was sitting on, looking for a dead red piece of cheese middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
Into the box, Mauricio Dubon,
as he swings and grounds it toward the hole.
And that's through into left, a base hit. On to the third baseman, but it's off the mark.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting his baseball back.
Hamilton.
Billy Hamilton digging in now. He'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The 0-1 pitch. Lifted into center field. Springer on the run. He gets there to make the catch, but this should bring home a run as the runner tags from third. And they'll extend their lead even further as the runs in to score from third. It's a 10-0 score.
Johnny Cueto.
Striding into the box, Johnny Cueto. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. First offering on its way. This one's blooped out toward right center field. In there, a base hit. Oh, and it's off target, and he'll be safe at third.
He came to play today. Not just only on the bump right there. He's thrown the ball well, but on the offensive side of the ball, he's able to contribute and help this offense put itself in position to score some more runs.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. Brantley going back, up into the arcade and out of here. So a 3-run shot to right center field as the blowout continues.
And you can see why they love this guy. He's a leadoff guy with some serious pop. And he pounces on this mistake and knocked it right out of here.
Pablo Sandoval will get a shot here as a pinch hitter. First pitch is a slider called for a strike. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. Line towards center field. And this is going to find some real estate out there as he comes through off the bench with extra bases. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Hey, guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up, and he was able to put good wood on it.
So now to the plate, Brandon Belt drops one down here, and he'll try to beat it out. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Well, you know, he had a good idea right there. The infield was playing back, but it's not going to work out for him this time. That's a nice play to react, and they take care of him at first.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Buster Posey. It was an RBI double for him in his last. Rob Brantley will look to provide a little 2-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away. Line hard toward right center. That's in there. Base hit. Sandoval is on his way home. And he's safe at the plate as they extend their lead even further.
Man, I haven't seen an offensive explosion like this since I don't know when. It's been a combination of spotty pitching and inconsistent defense, and now they've posted an amazing.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field as this lead got even wider. Joe Biagini gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Alex Dickerson is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. Now a bunt attempt here. Maldonado is there to make the catch, and mercifully.
Your attention, please. This change for the Giants.
Here's the second baseman, Jose Altuve. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. There's a fastball right down Broadway, taken for a strike.
Hey, this guy's done a better job than expected. He's made some bad pitches in the strike zone, but so far he hasn't gotten hurt by him.
Popped him up. Under it is Sandoval, and there's the second out.
Now batting, the third baseman, Alex Bregman.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Alex Bregman. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. Fouled off. The windup and the 0-1.
Ball, that's too high.
2 out, nobody on. Back up the middle and in for a base hit. So we'll go at least 1 at bat deeper into the top of the 6th after that 2-out success. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Just goes to show you, if you're going to throw that 2-seam fastball away, which I don't think is the best pitch anyway, you better start that thing out of the zone and let it work its way back to the corner. With this one, it started out on the corner, so it leaked back right over the heart of the plate and got whacked.
Ooh, he saws him off with that one. Foul. And it's fouled away. Another one sent foul. High in the air out towards shallow right. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. Astros leave 1, still 16-0. Bottom of the inning. Now, Wilmer Flores is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6. Oh, here's a shot out to right center. Running hard. He's digging for second. And now it'll rattle up against the wall. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
When you drive the ball into the gap like that, nothing but good things can happen. Neither one of the outfielders had the wheels to catch up to it, and he glides easily into second for a double. Now we'll see if the guys behind him can get him in.
Standing in now, Billy Hamilton hit down the line at first. And it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here.
Up next to the Giants.
Standing in, Johnny Cueto. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. First offering on its way. Bunt attempt, but this one might have too much on it. On to first, and there were 2 down.
The batter, the shortstop.
Into the box, Hunter Pence will be charged with the job of getting that guy home as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at third. Lifted in the air out towards left center. On the move is Springer. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Man, I think I've run out of superlatives to talk about their offensive production in this one. Some teams don't score 17 runs in a 4-game set, let alone in 1 game here. It's been incredible.
Here's the Panda now, Pablo Sandoval. And that's a fair ball, line to the right side. The runner from second crosses the plate.
Wow, this has been a memorable game, but for all the wrong reasons. They've given up a staggering 18 runs here, and they can't go home yet. Can you say painful?
Austin Slater will look for some two-out magic here as he'll pinch hit with two gone and a runner at first. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Didn't try and do too much. Fastball. Little cut, places it right back where it came from.
Stepping in now, Rob Brantley. Pulled toward right center field. Springer giving chase. He's not going to get it, and the two-out rally continues. And the second run will score as well.
Well, I'm not sure they can do anything different, but it comes a time where you have to call the dogs off. I mean, they've already scored 20 runs, and this thing ain't over yet. We might be here till midnight.
Chris Davinsky gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. 4 runs here in this half inning. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Hit hard on the ground to second, and that's through into right field for a base hit. And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs.
Boy, talk about having a day, Deaver. He gets his 4th knock of the game, but mixed in with one of those 4 was a round tripper. Not a bad day.
Yeah, you have 5, maybe a handful of games that you can throw out.
And the center fielder is under it to make the catch. And
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. This change for the Giants. Now playing shortstop, number 8, Hunter Henry. Now at second, number 41, Wilmer Flores. Now at first base, number 13, Austin Slater.
New inning set to get underway. Ready for another chance. Yordan Alvarez. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. Fouled away. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
Count is 1-2 now. Struck him out, and he becomes the 9th strikeout victim thus far. Striding in, Carlos Correa. He went down on strikes last time up.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
Here it comes on 0-2. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far.
Now batting.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. Now a breaking ball, but it's low.
This at-bat sets up really good right here, right? Hasn't seen a fastball yet, but now he gets to count at 2 balls and no strikes. He has to be looking for a fastball right here.
A 2-2 count to the Astros catcher.
That swing had one purpose, and that was to put the ball over the wall. I guess he doesn't have much to lose with his team down this many at this point in the game.
And yet another strikeout here. His 11th of the ball game, and this one. Stepping up now, Wilmer Flores. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everyone seems to be putting barrel on baseball in this lineup.
Throw to first will get him as they pounce on it quickly to snuff out the bunt attempt.
Hamilton.
At the plate, Billy Hamilton, 0 for 3 with an RBI in this one. This is line to left, and he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ball game.
Man, I watched Chipper Jones for years, one of the best switch hitters of all time. Work on his craft under the tunnel. It's not easy to put the time in, but bottom line is, one of the reasons why they do it is the ability to work the whole field. Clearly, he's been putting in that work, and it paid off right there.
Oh, man, was that a hack. He's trying to create his own run support with a swing like that.
Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Springer has a read on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Batter number 8.
So 2 away now in the San Francisco 7th, and that brings in the outfielder Hunter Pence. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a miss, but he's right on here. 1 strike. Hamilton leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Liner towards second, and that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Josh Reddick is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th.
Number 22, Josh.
Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup, 0-1. A bouncer to the left side, and this is going to find its way into left for a base hit, and the leadoff man's aboard to start the 8th.
You don't get too many pitches a day in the big leagues middle cut. His eyes lit up right there. This pitcher's lucky he's not getting another ball from the umpire.
Into the box now, George Springer, as he takes a called strike at the knees. It's 0-1. No runs, 5 hits, 1 error so far for the Astros. A ball and a strike to Houston's leadoff batter. Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2.
Man, I'm interested to see this next pitch. 3 balls pounded on the inside half of the plate. He either has no respect for this hitter or he's setting him up to go down and away.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Lifted down the line in left. Sandoval into foul territory, and that will end up a foul ball. Trying to send him packing for the second time. And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game.
That's just a great pitch, both on the call from the catcher and the execution. If he hits it, there's a good chance it turns into a double play ball, but it's also a spot that's going to get a lot of whiffs too. That's excellent pitching.
Throw gets him, 2 down. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Michael Brantley stands in as he looks at a called strike. Has a look, now the pitch. This is on the ground over to first. Reined in, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Ryan Presley enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. Digging in the switch hitter, Pablo Sandoval. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this.
Not fooled there as this ball's hammered out to deep right field. And that'll be shy of the arcade as it's off the brick wall. And he is into second base with a double, his 3rd hit this afternoon.
Sometimes when a reliever comes in the game, he wants to get that first strike so bad that he serves one up, and that's exactly what happens here. The first batter he faces just rockets one off the wall, and now he's got to worry about another base hit, potentially bringing home a run.
And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Well, when you're trying to move a guy up to third with a bunt, that's exactly how you want to do it. Make the third baseman field the ball. That way his only play is to first. That was very well executed.
Bunt attempt is popped into foul ground. Gurriel is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
The batter, the right fielder.
Stepping in, Mike Yastrzemski. And if you've missed it, he's already collected the cycle in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Giants leave one. Now at the plate, Alex Bregman.
For the Astros, the third baseman, number 2, Alex.
Tony Watson comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the ninth. Hit on the ground to third. Sandoval has it. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway.
So here's Yuli Gurriel, and he'll promptly send it in the air out to center field.
There to take it in is Flores, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Digging in now, Yordan Alvarez. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him 0-1. Seared down the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. Now what's left of this crowd this afternoon gets to their feet. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
It's always nice to give your fans at home something to cheer about, and they definitely did that right here, coming through with a big win at home.
20-0 the final this afternoon. The San Francisco Giants took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Johnny Cueto earns the victory on the mound. Zach Greinke couldn't escape the fourth inning as he slapped with the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
The winning pitcher is Johnny Cueto. The loss goes to Zach Greinke. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 56 minutes. Thank you for